Now, what's the other thing that I've been saying to y'all, right? That how could, right? How could Reggie be cool with Keefe D if they shot up Suge Knight and Tupac car and killed Tupac? All these years later, right? How could they be cool with these guys, right? If they wasn't in on it, if they wasn't decoys. For all you goofies out here talking about Orlando Anderson killed Tupac. Stupid asses. Believe in that, right? If these dudes was allegedly selling drugs together, you don't think they could have been a part of the play? It makes sense to you that Suge would be saying, yo, free Keefe D. If Keefe D's the one that supposed to shot him in the head with the 45 bullet that turned into a 40 because he had to give Reggie his his cigar. Yeah, I went back and checked my medical records. Yeah, I gotta give Reggie his cigar. I don't mess with him, but I gotta give him his cigar. Yeah, I went and checked my medical reports after 30 years. Yeah, it was a 40. It was a 40. It wasn't a 45, it was a 40. Even though Gobi and everybody else, even Reggie's last report is Suge got hit with shrapnel or shrapnel, whatever you want to call it, in his head. He never got hit with a bullet, right? But you telling me Suge Knight said he was at the Laker game and came out, he saw Keefe D, and Keefe D said, yo, man, we ain't had nothing to do with Buntry, man. But yo, I gotta let you know, man, you know, we did that to y'all in Vegas because nigga Puffy offered us some money. You know what I'm saying? And I needed the money. So, we killed Tupac, shot you in the head, my nigga. And Suge just sat there and conversated with this nigga. And Suge turned around and gave these niggas 60 bands, or Reggie gave them 60 bands to go and testify on Suge Knight behalf. And Suge was cool, was sitting in the courtroom with Orlando on the stand, saying, nah, nigga, Suge helped me. He was trying to help me. Right? Now, when I say that, that don't make no sense. You got these goofies out here. No, Orlando did it. Well, let me let you hear it from the Compton cops. Let them tell you how they feel about Suge Knight and Tupac getting shot up by Orlando and Keefe D allegedly, right? And nothing happens to them. And Suge to see this nigga at the Lakers game and they kicking it. And Suge talking about free Keefe D. And Reggie sitting around, having a meeting with Orlando and Keefe D and give them $60,000 to go testify for Suge. And Reggie's still cool with Keefe D and become his publicist 30 years later or 25 years later. And trolling him and calling him on YouTube live. He got this nigga phone number. But we do know in that investigative report, page 36, that allegedly Reggie and Keefe D was doing some type of business because his name is in the book and his phone number. And his phone number. But listen to what the Compton PD have to say about this. You don't want to hear it from me. Listen to them. We still under fair use here.
Go ahead. Here's the real deal. You really want the real deal? All right. So you have Junior working Suge Knight's crew. You have, Senior working gangs. Here, nobody knows. They all come up with Baby Lane. But yet, here is Suge Knight in a car, baddest motherfucker on the planet, gangster, whatever. He hears gunshots. He looks over. He sees his main money figure getting shot up. He takes shrapnel to the head. He's getting all shot up and everything. And Baby Lane lives, and Keefe D lives. They live.
Yeah.
Didn't you see Suge Knight just run a dude over for getting in the way? Run him over and killed him, right?
Right.
But Baby Lane and Keefe D lives. For what reason? How did they ever walk around? I think Keefe D ran around, or Baby Lane ran around there for what? Almost 2 years? Not a scratch on him. Nobody did nothing to him. Mm-hmm. It was a whole other set that killed him for a whole different reason. Keefe D's still running around today, alive. How is that? How is that the baddest motherfucker on the planet, the mobster, good old Suge Knight, letting these guys run around?
Yeah.
There's where your conspiracy gets filed in there. There's no way. If I was Suge Knight, you motherfuckers would have made it 3 days. I mean, I would have killed everybody up in there if I was Suge Knight. Right? If he's such a badass or whatever, that never happened.
No.
Now, if that don't make sense to the Compton PD, how do it make sense to y'all? Orlando was gangster. They wasn't going to do nothing to Orlando. They wasn't going to do nothing to Keefe D. Really? But they'll pay him 60 bands to come testify on Suge's behalf. Let's not forget how many times Orlando said he was not the shooter. But y'all don't want to believe him saying that he wasn't the shooter. He was the scapegoat, right? That makes sense to y'all? That these dudes Reggie could tell his father the same night, Orlando did it. And then turn around and sit down and have a meeting with this nigga and give him $60,000 to go testify on Suge's behalf, which would mean what? They don't give a F about Tupac, right? They didn't care about Tupac. If that was the case, you sitting down with these niggas, you giving them money, you friends with this nigga 25 years later, you become his publicist, you hooking him up, getting money on interviews with Cam Capone, Vlad, and Art of Dialogue. And then all of a sudden, now, man, y'all not listening, bro. Y'all not listening. Here's the real conspiracy, bro. Here's the real conspiracy right here. Pay attention.
Go ahead. Here's the real deal. You really want the real deal? All right. So you have Junior working Suge Knight's crew. You have, Senior working gangs. Here, nobody knows. They all come up with Baby Lane. But yet, here is Suge Knight in a car, baddest motherfucker on the planet, gangster, whatever. He hears gunshots. He looks over. He sees his main money figure getting shot up. He takes shrapnel to the head. He's getting all shot up and everything. And Baby Lane lives, and Keefe D lives. They live.
Yeah.
Didn't you see Suge Knight just run a dude over for getting in the way? Run him over and killed him, right?
Right.
But Baby Lane and Keefe D lives. For what reason? How did they ever walk around? I think, well, Keefe D ran around, or Baby Lane ran around there for what, almost 2 years? Not a scratch on him. Nobody did nothing to him. It was a whole other set that killed him for a whole different reason. Keefe D's still running around today, alive. How is that? How is that the baddest motherfucker on the planet, the mobster, good old Suge Knight, letting these guys run around? You know?
Yeah.
There's where your conspiracy gets filed in there. There's no way. If I was Suge Knight, you motherfuckers would have made it 3 days. I mean, I would have killed everybody up in there if I was Suge Knight, right? If he's such a badass or whatever. That never happened.
No.
Keefe D's running around today.
Now talk to me, y'all. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me, y'all. What sense do that make? What sense do that make? Now that y'all know this, right? Now that y'all know this, and you hear the Compton police tell you, it don't make no sense, right? TikTok, y'all gotta come to my YouTube channel to see the visuals on this, right? Reggie's still cool with Keefe D. 25 years later, he's setting him up with interviews. And he's talking about only reason he testifying against him, in the grand jury is because he didn't like that he was saying Tupac looked like he was breakdancing in the car. So you wasn't mad at him that he killed Tupac allegedly, right? You mad at him because he said he was breakdancing in the car. And y'all sit there, y'all believe in this, man. Y'all all believe in this, bro.